that sort of way.
Oh, no.
Nice. Yay. No, I'm just going to, I'll tell you later, you know when you've made it in show business, when you've got to do your own sound, your own light, your own everything, haven't you? Eh?
Go on.
So I'm just going to plug my laptop into this, and I hope that this don't blow your ears off. When I turn it on, there you go, so that's plugged in there now. Let's hope it works. There you go. It's nice to be here in Parramatta. It's great. It's a bit oldie-weldy, this place, isn't it? Eh? I went to the ATM machine, that's still giving out 1 cent coins, that is. How old is that ATM machine? Eh? It's got a wind-up end on the bottom of it, you have to wind it up. If a bloke come around, he's from 1960, comes from the bank from 1969 to fill that thing up. So, but I do love Parramatta. I had to walk around Parramatta earlier. It's a beautiful place, isn't it? Isn't it nice? Yeah. You've got stuff here we don't have in London. Happiness. Isn't it? Great. I flew up today from Melbourne. Anyone scared of flying? Yeah? You don't like it? See, I'm not scared of flying, it doesn't scare me. The only thing that shits me about flying is I always get the dickhead sitting next to me. Every time I'm like a magnet for them. I got on the plane today to fly to Sydney, I got on to Melbourne. I was about to close the flight was full. 2 empty seats next to me, I thought, great, no dickhead, awesome, yes. And then a bloke left on the plane, oh sorry I'm late, I thought, oh shit, here he is. Sat next to me, he goes, good day, my name's Ian, what's yours? I said, Terry. He said, I'm flying to Sydney today, Terry, what about you? I thought, oh shit, this is going to be a long flight. It's good. So anyway, I went to the 7-Eleven earlier to get a Red Bull, and they had a special on. The guy said, mate, you could get 2 of those for $5. I said, mate, I just want the wings, I don't want the jet engine to go with it. 2 Red Bulls, how would you be? You'd be bouncing off the walls. I was doing a gig in Mackay, right, and we met these people from a place called Sereno. Now, it sounds like a nice place, but apparently that's where all the rednecks and donors come from. We didn't know that, right? So we did the gig in Mackay, went back to their apartment afterwards with some drinks. You know what we were drinking Red Bull and white wine mixed. There was 4 of us and we drank 6 bottles of this stuff. So not only did I wet the bed, I was awake when I did it. It was... Well, I do love touring around Australia because, you know, I'm from London originally. It's nice to get out, a little bit exotic. I love touring around this place. It was awesome. You know, I spent a lot of time in motel rooms. Got a motel room tonight. Anyone else have to use motel rooms when they're travelling around the place? Yes, you do. Do you use all the facilities? No? I use absolutely everything. The talking wall clock. Have you ever used the talking wall clock in the motel? You know, the talking wall clock, you know when you wake up in the middle of the night, you want to know what the time is? You just bang on the wall and the bloke in the next room shouts out, oi, do you know it's 3 o'clock in the morning? You go, cheers mate, yes. Yes. Saves you fumbling around looking for your watch, I tell you. You've got to be smart these days, Dave Jones. Right. See, they've got a tram in Sydney now. Have they got one tram? Where'd it go? Leichhardt, not the thing? Yeah. You know, Melbourne has got the best tram system absolutely in the world, I reckon. Absolutely got the best tram system in the world. You can go anywhere on the tram. You can hijack one and take it to bloody Iran or something, really, you know. They literally go everywhere. They're absolutely wonderful. They're marvellous things. When I first went to Melbourne in 1994, they had conductors on the tram thing. It's all free now, it's fantastic. They take the conductors away and you can just get... I was on the tram the other day, 150 people on this tram. One guy got on uttering the words, tickets please, and everyone got off. I was the only one left on there. The driver said, have you got a ticket? I said, no, have you? He went, fair call. I like that. I was on the tram down Sponsor Street in Melbourne, it was absolutely packed. The tram driver, very smart guy, he was only letting people in the back door and only out the front door. So there was no argy-bargy bumping into anybody, it was all well organised. Every time the tram stopped, the driver would say, can you people stand in, can you just move down the tram please, let some people in the back door. So we all moved down the tram a bit. Next stop, can you just move down a bit further? By the time I got to my stop, I'd gone from the back of this tram to the front of it. And as I got off, the driver said, excuse me, did you pay? I said, leave it out mate, I bloody walked most of the way. I got a $200 fine for that. Not for having a ticket, just for being a smart ass. I can't help myself. I cannot help myself. stop being a smart ass. It's not even a qualification for this job, really, being a smart ass. I went into a bar in Melbourne, and it was trendy bars in a little laneway, and I walked in. I was just waiting to meet someone, so I'm just standing there. You know, barman said, "Would you like a drink while you're waiting, sir?" I said, "Oh, thanks very much. I'll have a whiskey." So he poured me a whiskey. I drank it. He said, "That's $9." I said, "I'm not paying for that." He said, "What do you mean you're not paying for that?" I said, "I was just standing here, mate. You just came up and offered me a drink. Thanks very much." He got the up. He said, "Mate, $9 or I'll call the cops." And this guy in a suit stood up. He said, "Excuse me." He said, "I'm a barrister. And I can tell you now, if you took this man to court over that, he would win that case. You offered him that drink." He said, "All right, get out of my pub, don't come back again." I couldn't resist it. I went back the next night and just walked straight in there. He said, "Oh, you, out." I said, "What did I do?" He said, "You did me out of a whiskey last night." I said, "No, I didn't. I didn't even go out last night." He said, "Well, you must have a double." I said, "Oh, it's very kind of you, thanks very much." I've had a whiskey in it. Sometimes I get caught out. My friends took me to see the footy, like the AFL down in Melbourne. We went to, and we was all sitting out in the open. There was lots of birds all flying around, the seagulls. This seagull did a shit, landed on my mate's shoulder, and his wife said, "I'll go and get some toilet paper." I said, "That bird would be miles away by the time she comes back with that." And how would she know which one it was? It'd be the one with the dirty bum, wouldn't it? How was the food? Was it good? How about a round of applause for the chef? That was great work. I really enjoyed that. I did go to McDonald's earlier. I only went in for a crack. You wouldn't eat the food there, would you? That's, you know, who's ever gone to McDonald's since they used the toilet? Don't they just sort of sneak in? I always feel guilty. If I make eye contact with someone, I feel like I have to buy something, you know, a not 30-cent cone or something, just anything. You know? But it was really embarrassing. I went in there one day, I went to the toilet, right? I've done the job, done the business, all that was left was the paperwork to do. No paper. And embarrassing is it when you've got to come out of the toilet, go into the store where they keep the paper serviettes, grab a handful of serviettes and go back to the toilet. Everyone was watching me because I had my trousers around my ankles. Really embarrassing, I'll tell you. Not good. Not good at all. Yeah, it's great. But I've been touring around Australia. I've been touring with a guy called Spud Murphy. Very, very funny guy. What I love about Australia is you've got a very quick wit, very smart-ass kind of sense of humour that you have. And we was driving up between Hay and Dinniquin in New South Wales. Anyone know that? It's dead flat. The road's dead straight, right? We hadn't seen a car for like 4 hours. So he was doing about 170, right? All of a sudden, a cop appears out of nowhere. It's like, where did he come from, you know? And he's walked up to the driver's window where Spud was driving. He's walked up to the window, big grin on his face, this cop. He goes, "I've been waiting all day for you, son." and my mate goes, "Well, I got here as fast as I could." Sometimes cops have a sense of humour. We were driving over to Bright to do a gig at Bright, and it was raining, it was dark, and the copper pulled us over. And my mate panicked. He said, "Oh God, I didn't do my rego. My rego's out by 2 days." And I said, "Oh, it's dark and it's raining. You probably won't even notice." So the copper came up and he said, the reason I've stopped you, son, is because one of your back lights isn't working." So he went out the back of the car and he kicked the back of the car and the back light came on again. He's gone, "Oh, thank God for that." Yeah. And then the copper said, "That's very clever. Now kick your window screen, see if your rego pops up." They did notice, apparently, yes. So, well, I'll tell you a bit about myself. I'm from London. I grew up just outside of London. I was brought up just outside of London.